Hi, this is Sheila with Conscious Conversation Central, and today is Monday, March the 12th, 2018, and I'm back again for the second time this evening with my friends, Peasy Rieger and Lisa Flamino Rush. And we're going to talk about whether or not we might be ready to let go of what we have been to embrace what we really are and are becoming.
Are you ready?
Yes, please. I mean,
so let's play right off the beginning.
yeah.
What have you been? Just give me off the top of your head, first thing that comes to you, both of you. Write them down so then you don't have to hold it.
Okay. All the things I've been.
No, just a couple that come to mind. That jump right up. Are you ready to let go of what you have been? So just jot down a few things that have been, what you have been. What that conjures for you. And after you have two or three, then stop.
Oh.
Or less. That's fine.
Well, I got lots of.
I don't want it to be a 52-hour.
Yeah, come on now.
Okay, so Sheila, pick one. Lisa, pick one. What do you got?
Wow. Well, it's third on the list, but it stands out really big for me is the judgmental.
Okay.
So what you have been is judgmental.
Sure. Myself, others, all those things.
Okay. And Lisa?
I got small.
Oh, that's an even better than mine.
And I got scared.
So there's a judgment. Whoa, stop.
Judgmental of myself much?
I'm sorry, Lisa.
Like she sees them.
I was going to say, she was busy, So what was your second one, Lisa?
Scared.
Scared.
Yeah.
And Sheila, your second one?
Wow. Opinionated. Smarmy's right smack up in here, ain't he?
Okay, so I'm just looking at the screen because it's notes from the video, the audio, and I chuckled when that one came through. They just start coming and they kind of nudge, like, nudging me, and it's like, nudging my hand to, if I haven't already taken it out, rifle through my bag to get the phone, right, And
Okay.
so this one I did, and it was, very strong, very clear, basically what was on what I transcribed, because I transcribe them, and that's how I send them to you, right? Which is why sometimes the words are jumbled, because it's just what's coming out. So that one came out, and I'm like, but part of it is it's the playing with it, it's the unfolding. So taking both those things that you both described for yourselves, that that came to you, wrote down. So would you say, we'll start with that one. Would you say you're ready to let go of those two?
I'd like to say yes.
Yep.
That's an interesting way to phrase it. Okay. Do you feel that you're ready to let go of those two? Okay, here's a fun one. This is for what I wasn't watching. Lisa, do you feel that you're ready to let go of those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Ready.
Would you be willing to play with letting go of those? Just play with what that might seem like if you let go of those.
Yeah. I'm willing to actually do it too.
So Sheila, where are you on the just playing with seeing what it's like if you let go of those.
No, I want to let go of these.
Okay.
I don't want to just play with them. The reason I think I said I want to say yes is that I think there is some part of me that's still
Attachment to them.
well attached or judgmental on myself as to whether or not I'm capable of letting go of some of that. Yeah.
So that's why I say, so let's play with just, what that might be like. Because that may help you be more demonstrable about choosing, a phrase. So, so let's play with being small for a moment. And both of you will both play with, each other's.
Okay.
So that's what you've been like. That's what you are like or have been like.
In the past, I have played very, very small.
Okay. And do you feel like you've been doing that recently?
No.
Not at all.
Somewhat. Not as it's not my predominant frequency set point, but I will occasionally catch myself playing small.
Okay. So playing with that just then, if you watch Lisa and the way she's talking, there's no equivocation about that. So in other words, when she said no, and no, not anymore, and then clarified of not predominantly, that's fine. That's not backpedaling, but that's so owning it about not playing small. So that's a good indication that if not completely residing there, it's only occasional sleepover in the frequency of playing small. Because, we just watch and feel and sense and take in how she's saying, does that make sense? There's an ownership there. It's easy. There's no equivocation. There's no, like, you have to kind of explain, because that if you had to explain not being small, then that would actually be small, because you would be afraid to have some chutzpah, to have, to stand up, right, put your shoulders back and which opens up the heart area, right, and is more expansive, which takes you to playing bigger, playing to who you are.
Yeah.
So Sheila, judgment. So when you're playing with judgment, how does that feel? If something's happening and something is judging you, someone, however it is, how does that feel? Just a general sense. Does it feel good or does it feel bad?
Well, that's something I've played with recently as far as someone judging me, and I don't have an issue with that. That doesn't bother me. I'm not concerned about others judging me, and I haven't.
Do you judge yourself being judged?
The judgment I feel that I play with still is in regards to myself.
How's that feel?
And my perhaps judging others as well, or I don't really care what anybody else thinks about what I'm doing. I get confused sometimes, I think, because, the difference between discernment and judgment, and I think they're one and the same for me. They feel one and the same.
Well, judgment is harsh and punitive, and discernment is just feeling what feels as a match to you.
Okay.
Because it's your truth, if you're talking about truth or something like that, it's your discernment. And you're a unique being that's, part of one and all at the same time.
Right.
So how does when you're judging yourself or perhaps judging someone else, how does that feel? Does that feel good or feel bad?
Well, I just had something come in for me in regards to judgment. I've held that in regards to myself based on others' judgments of me in the past that I grew up. It's a conditioning thing that just came in for me really huge just now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
How's that feel?
Well, it was a definite realization of something. Freeing to realize that, for one thing. Very freeing.
Mm-hmm. So that's the feeling of the realization, right?
Well, but the realization is for me now, and I think why it felt freeing is that in that moment of realizing what that is, it's something I can now let go of easily.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So are you ready? So, hey, look at that. The question was, are you ready to let go? And the of was judgment. And, well, I'm not certain. I'd like to be. And then we just, oh, look at that.
And for those that pay attention to numbers, it is 11:11 p.m. As I looked over here, I saw the clock by my TV and I was like, I'll be damned. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
So
moving on to opinionated. Let's
well, that's now you can start to see why it's an inside job. So that's why this came through so very clear. And then it was the more, is however you're playing with it, whoever's playing with it, whether it's myself playing with it or you were playing with the three of us together and so on and so on and so forth, the larger conversation. So it's a way to play with how you move through this. So let's play with the next part. What do you think about embracing who you really are? When I ask you, about embracing who you really are, how does that feel? What do you think about that?
Feels wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. I've been playing with that a lot myself. Anyway, I mean,
I'm ready.
Are you ready, or are you already embracing who you are?
I was gonna say I'm already personally.
Yeah, I'm ready to be who I am.
Right.
I'm all ready.
So that would be then letting go of, right? That would go back to, are you ready to let go? So, right, that's beautiful, Lisa, the way you pulled that forward, because you're ready to be fully in that, being who you are. And so that ties back to, helps you answer, well, you already did very clearly, the question of ready to let go of those, whatever that, you called out 2 on your list, but there may be more.
Yeah. The third one I have is limited.
Mm-hmm.
So I am now unlimited.
Right. Are you ready? So you're ready to let go of that one?
Yes.
Okay. And so this is it's kind of a dance, and this is a dance that you can sit down and do it in a very specific, concerted effort way, or you can also just let it be. It's kind of like the paintbrushes came to mind. So if you're noticing something, right, you can use this paintbrush of, are you ready to let go of and be who you are? And we'll get to the biggest part in a minute. So if you were like doing watercolors, you might put a wash color on something you've noticed, and that will tell you, is there anything in what you've noticed, however that shows up for you, right? that there's something of, are you ready to let go of that may speak to you in what you're noticing? So you can kind of give it a nice wash color and then say yes or no. If it's no, obviously look at it, play with it. If it's just great. And then how does that take you more into embracing, you know, who you really are, creator being and all that kind of stuff, right? So again, because then your play is just painting colors. So the metaphor of the brush, actually it's a dancing brush. and it's very fluffy at the top, and you know, and as I touch it with a wash color to different things, a couple of formerly known as things I was, right, would come up, it would either just not quite go back to the fluff that the bristles have, or it would sparkle. And the sparkle meant that it was clear, and if it was just kind of like it was a soft brush, so kind of just didn't take its snap back to its shape, right, then there was something more to, a little bit too much of that left on the brush. Does that make sense? Anyways, that's just, you know, what's coming into me when I'm playing with that as I'm having this conversation with you guys. So then let's play just a little bit of are you ready to embrace what you're really becoming?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, totally.
I'm chomping at the bit, actually. That's why I'm working through this transformation thing and really looking at everything to let go of all of these derogatory things, whatever, the lower vibratory characteristics, whatever, of me that really are serving nothing at all anyway.
Then they're an illusion.
Right. Well, they don't serve any purpose, so why hold on to them? They're not helpful in any manner, shape, or form, period. So why hold on to them?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you look at that flow of let go of what you have been, embrace who you truly are, and embrace who you're truly becoming. So, you know, many watching this get the sense, and there's other videos I can watch about, you know, with us anyways, but, you know, who you truly are. So, but there's a feeling from each different layer, right? And you can actually watch the feelings beautifully on if you just concentrated on your faces, but your whole field gives off the feeling when you move through those three to, you know, embrace what you truly are becoming. So that may not be, well, from an energetic frequency standpoint, it's very demonstrative and has a whole lot of shape and scope to it. But maybe from a linear word, it's, you know, well, so what? It's, you know, it's hard to put words on it because it's the unknown, and that's another video which we'll play with. But what I'm getting at here is that they're very different feelings. And that which is here of the letting go part of what you have been,
yes,
you can't come all the way over into these others because they don't fit. They're not. There's a shearing again. There's that shearing that comes forward.
Right.
They're mutually exclusive.
They're just not. Yeah, they're not a vibratory match for it.
Yeah,
I can see that now.
Yeah. So anytime that you're you know, you feel into it, we'll play with that for a minute. Well, let's do that now. Okay, so get a pen. So just tune in for a moment and don't think it, so just write words or phrases, numbers, colors. If you want to draw, whatever it is, it's just doom, doom, doom. As soon as they come to you, they're going to flood right into you. So you're going to describe however that works, that's coming in with your pen and pencil. What is it? What's the sense of, what do you, Lisa? What do you see in what you are really becoming? So just jot down quick. They're coming in flashes, whatever they are. Okay, who wants to share some of those?
Okay, I only have 2 things. I have unlimited and expanded.
Oh, well, those are pretty good for only 2 things, because don't they, it's kind of like ALL, right? You know?
That's it.
I mean, I think if you had that one, you really would have covered every single bailiwick there.
I couldn't think of any more.
Lisa, I mean, Sheila, what do you have?
I just have snowflake.
Because that's a representation of.
For me, that's
Yeah.
a representation of
That's
the factualized all.
I
love it.
That's beautiful. So that there's a feeling quality, just like you would have texture or sensory, is a feeling quality to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hold that feeling quality for a moment, really feel it, take your hands and put it right here in between your hands and feel that. Feel what that is. Feel the texture, the weight, the mass, the whole vibration. You might feel colors to it. People do it differently. I describe it that way because that's the way that it comes when I'm looking at it here with my just linear eyes and my third eye and feeling it. And so the seeing on a multisensory way.
Right.
Okay, so put that down to the side for a minute. Let it stay, give it the request to just stay in that form. And now pick up the feeling of what you have been. And put that here and play with that for a moment. And what do you... Right. So their feelings don't go together. The sense of them, the mass, everything. Right?
Yeah.
And so you truly can't reside. Nay, you can't even kind of live there with sleepovers back this way, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, not at all. To be honest, that's that was a really good yeah, no.
I got it.
I'm like so far removed from that now. There's no possible way. I mean,
I know.
But you're further removed from that now, right? Whatever this now moment is, than when we started this conversation.
no, you're right.
Because you've given voice to it, you felt it, it's crystallized in a demonstrable way for you now. So another way to phrase it is that you have traveled an enormous distance in this conversation through the whole, to emerging and immersed into what you are becoming. You moved on the trajectory, right, of factualized being. Don't worry, she's not having a hard time.
No, but she sure.
No, it's the expansion we were talking about earlier. That's happening.
Yeah. Okay, so we can close this one.
Like to offer something to everyone at this juncture. Breathe.
Okay.
Breathe into it.
Yeah, just breathe.
Just
Sometimes I tell Sheila, breathe with every cell in your body.
yes, as breathing is still an issue at times. So yeah, just breathe.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so all the usual stuff, everybody's blogs will be in the body. I know that folks will hear these individually and they're like, what are they on about? Everybody has a blog, and everybody's blog will be in the body of this video, along with my email information and the Friends of Conscious Conversation Central Facebook page. BZ's blog at the IUV, Lisa's blogs at Heart Song Musings, and Rush Solutions Tools for Transformation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The energies have her by the heart, so she's just having a little bit of a hard time.
Yes, this time. Yes.